Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I've got a colossal carry um, in a Tier 5, Tier 60, T-61, not Tier 5, Tier 61, T-61 German destroyer. I have a full torpedo reload build, um, but here what I'm thinking is just checking out what I've got, as there's a crap ton of destroyers. Those Mahans are going to be a pain in the neck, but we'll get underway here. I'm deciding I'm not going to go near that channel because that channel is just going to be absolutely riddled with destroyers, and I'm not trying to deal with that right now. So what ends up happening is I just, again, check the sides, see what all I'm going to be dealing with, what's the biggest threat, what's the smallest threat, so on and so forth. Here I'm having a little bit of trouble getting that Queen Elizabeth targeted. Rather brave Nuremberg here. He actually survived for quite a while, so shout out to that Nuremberg player. But T-61 is one of my favorite Tier 5 ships. Tier 5 is also just my favorite tier overall. It's not too strong, not too weak. You've got a lot of variety in general, so I just prefer Tier 5 over Tier 7. Tier 7 is nice and all, but Tier 5 and Tier 6 is where your money makers are. But here, I'm checking to see how close they are, and then I immediately decide, oh, I'm a destroyer. There's another destroyer. Time to fight another destroyer. Um, Here, I'm checking those torpedoes. Looks like I was thinking to myself, turn away, and then they ran out of distance. Um, I believe that Gade, however you pronounce it, was sliding through his smokescreen just enough to where I can't see him, but he can see out, which is why I decided to stop and pop my smoke. Here, I pop some torpedoes into his smokescreen, pop a couple of shells off at the Queen Elizabeth, and now I just await as nobody can see anything. So here I've decided to move forward a little bit, and then I hit the full throttle as I want to get to that island right there. Check and make sure that I'm not going to hit anything. And there, I believe I hit the other destroyer on the enemy team that was in that smoke screen. That's what I'm going to assume. It's the most likely scenario. I'm amazed he didn't die. But here I'm waiting for my torps to reload to get him off on the Queen Elizabeth. And boom, and boom. Now, the reason why I shot there instead of staying stealthed was because I knew that that Fuso was going around the other side, and he was probably going to try and swing around where I was. I wanted to deter him from that so that I could ambush him. Kind of got robbed of a kill there, but not a big deal. Added to my overall damage count, so I'm happy. So I got nervous of the Gade spotting me and ruining my ambush, so that's why I decided to go the other way and just put some distance in between myself and that possible Gade that was there, so that I would not get spotted. As well as I had no confidence in this team. So I decided that I was like, oh, well, it's time to go back towards the base as well, because I saw that it was being capped. So, and being that I'm one of the quickest, if not the quickest, Tier 5 destroyer, I figured that was the best bet. Checking this Fuso here, looking at my torp, seeing how we're looking. Looks pretty good. Wait for the bing bong bing bing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4? Yeah, 4. 4, and there goes all of his health. I would consider that a perfect ambush in my opinion. So I don't even look at him because I'm going to let the team handle the rest of that. I know I didn't have confidence in the team. But I had enough confidence in them to be able to kill a quarter health Fuso, which paid off in the end. I thought about ninjing that kill, but I was like, nah. I don't want them to know that there's a destroyer coming back to base. So here I'm just checking to see if anybody's in my torp range. That gate is, but there was no point in firing. He was so low on health that'd be a waste of a torpedo fire. So held my fire there. And here I am booking it back to the base as we were being capped. I knew that they would come through that middle channel, and I knew I had a short amount of time to be able to work this left flank, which I did. So I get crack-a-lackin' and shifting my booty on over here, and I popped my Hydra a little early here. I could have waited a little bit longer to pop it, so it would have lasted a little longer. However, it was one of those things where I decided to aim on the side of caution with that smoke screen right there. Finish. See there, I wasn't even in the cap circle. I should have waited till I was in the cap circle. Would have been more beneficial for me to wait. However, I decided to just send it. Here, I'm already looking at that smoke screen, anticipating a destroyer to come flying out of there saying, "Hello!" But, nope. Not a single destroyer. Not only do I have a full torp build, I also have a almost full stealth build. However, there's, I believe it's the Bliskavika? I think that's how you pronounce it. That destroyer, I don't have the, I don't have that commander. And there's the stealth build showing its beautiful, beautiful face. Spotted that Mahan before he spotted me, and we both I got my first shot off and hit him, and underled my second shot. He could have easily killed me. Enter torpedo beats. So here I just decided to pop those, and the T-61, the major downside is the guns are a little slow to turn, which is a little annoying. But tunnel visioned on me and kept going in a straight line, which ended up in him eating a torpedo instead of getting more damage off on me. And as you can see, I got the better end of that deal as he was dead, and I have almost all of my health left. So now that the threat in the base has been dealt with, I was going to go up the channel to try and cap, try and assist that other destroyer with the cap. However, I decided I want to go help this Nuremberg over here, as he's done good to keep that whole flank occupied while I ran over here to deal with the base. Now, mind you, I'm not partnered with anybody. I am by myself right now, so I'm not even talking to this Nuremberg. But I believe this is the Nuremberg that shot a little earlier and was a little brave, and, you know, whole stereotypical obligatory exploding Nuremberg. Now, what I was not expecting was this full health gate to say hello. I don't know why this guy did this. He could have put damage out on me. He could have done something other than what he's doing. But you'll see why. Part of why. That's why. He figured I was just going to keep tunnel visioning and going straight. However, I know better. I've knife fighted before in a destroyer, so I know to just, change your direction to keep your keep torps from poking you. But poof, he's gone. I also aimed those pretty well because his engine was knocked out. So that was always nice. Shout out to this Aoba on my team. He did try and be a team player here. However, I knew that this Graf Spee, however you want to pronounce it, I knew that I could at least do something to him. I kept checking him, seeing what he was doing. Um, I saw that he was just going in a straight line constantly. Now, this is the one thing that you never want to do, especially being in a cruiser that's armed with hydroacoustic search. I don't know if it was on cooldown or not. I'm not saying whatever. But now, given I only hit him with one. Um, Now there, what I did was I did a staggered launch. I did a tight spread in case he kept going straight, and I did a wide spread in case he changed up a little bit. Now at that range, that tight spread is going to get a little bit wide, but not too redonkulous to where it wasn't going to hit anything. So he changed direction, of course, which he should have been doing. He should have been changing his speed, changing his course a heck of a lot more than what he did there, because all he did was change one little thing, and even then, he still ate one torpedo from that wide spread. Um, so, don't know why he did that. That's him, I guess. Now, that was just perfect timing to where his torps went past and mine didn't. Or I went past his torps after they got past me. But here, I slow down to wait for the torp reload. And then I throw some torps in his direction. Now there, I should have done another staggered launch, because I ended up paying the price for that, not getting any hits on my torps. Ended up having to do pure gun work here. So, um, now, honestly, this Graf Space should have slowed down to wait for his teammate. Apparently that guy doesn't know how to use a repair party. I got a liquidator badge off of that, which is rather funny. Made me chuckle in game. I was like, huh, weird. Guess that guy doesn't know how to use a repair party. But, or excuse me, damage control. There we go. Damage control, goodness. But here, what I'm doing is I already know exactly, being that I've been on this map before, I knew exactly what was going on. I knew that this guy was going to be coming up this channel. It was either I was going to go up the channel and cap, and he was going to be there for me and ambush me, or it was going to be vice versa. I was going to ambush him. As you can see, I still got a smoke and a hydro left. It's mostly because I saved them, because I was like, I'm going to need to carry. So, but giving myself a wide berth because I didn't want to pop hydro yet. And there we go. Coming up the channel to ambush me. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Gonna kill him off here very shortly. Last salvo, and boom.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
So, overall, I was rather surprised with how this match turned out. It was a rather surprising result that I ended up having to carry. I wasn't expecting it, and you never really do kind of expect it. The team wasn't too terribly bad to where it was like I had to put the world on my shoulders, but it wasn't too terribly good either, where I did have to put in quite a bit of work. But here, what I'm doing is I'm actually taking a picture to send to a Discord channel that I'm in to say, just carried the whole effing team on my back because I did. It was really one of those things where, at least in my opinion, now somebody else might share a different opinion, which is fine. I feel like I carried that team in the way because I was the first person to realize, oh crap, our base is being capped. Time to go back. Went back, reset the cap. So that was good. But here I transfer over, and I just want to give a quick little shout out to Smeary Billy from Xbox, I'm assuming, and that Mexican dude 1995 from the enemy team. He pretty much carried his team. I carried mine. Unfortunately, I was the, in my opinion, superior player, and I ended up carrying the team there. Also, shout out to that Nuremberg there. That guy held that flank practically by himself. But while I ran back to reset the cap. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the carry here on Two Brothers in the T-61. This has been Aurora ZX Gaming, and I'm signing off.